Hi, thank you for joining to this video. Today I'm going to explain how the CloudTask Marketplace payments work. The first thing that we're going to go over with is a reminder that one of the main perks of having a remote worker is that you don't need to worry of paying their taxes or their social security. This is something each remote worker has to take care on their own. And the process that we handle, it's very simple. So we have two options. The first option, which is the most common one, is that we will charge you at the beginning of the month the monthly payment that you have agreed with your remote worker, and we will distribute this money to them on the 15th and the 30th of each month. And as any other marketplace in the world, we will keep our fee from the seller, which is in this case will be the remote worker. Usually in this part is where the majority of questions arise by clients where they ask, what happened if I have already paid the full month with you guys and the contractor gets terminated at the middle of the month? If that happens, we have two options for that. Either let's say that maybe you have in your account more remote workers. We will simply add the remaining amount as a credit. We will send you an email letting you know that we added it as a credit to this person, or the other option is that if you don't have no other remote workers in your account, we will simply reimburse the money to you. The other option that we have in the marketplace is that let's say that maybe you will prefer to pay directly to the contractor. And if that's the case, you can remove them from our marketplace. And for that, you only need to pay the marketplace circumvention fee, which is 2,500. The payment options for you are very simple. You will get a hotspot quote link, which is sent by our finance manager. And on this hotspot quote link, you will be able to see the monthly payment that you have agreed with your remote worker, their name, the amount, and of course, the option to pay. You can pay either with credit card or ACH. If you decide to go with credit card, there are no extra fees included in there. Of course, when the payment is made before the 13th of the month, any other payments will be automatically debited from the payment that you have chosen, from the payment method that you have chosen. Of course, if maybe something in the base change or something like that, please make sure you let us know and you notify us by email so we can take action on it and remove the subscription in order to send a new one with the updates that you share. What can you expect from us? You can expect from us the first thing is that let's say that maybe you guys or your team or your company has questions about the process that we're explaining right here on the marketplace statements. Maybe they have more specific questions that they would like to get into it. If that's the case, we can set up a call together where you and I will be able to explain everything to either your company or your team. As well as every time that you hire a new remote worker, I will make sure to get them onboarded in the system so they can get their payment system set up and they can get paid once the 15th and the 30th. We will also safely store your information in a Google Drive folder, which will contain a payment sheet that includes the payment date, meaning the payment cycle, the amount, the full name of your remote workers, and the payment method. On the Google Drive folder, you can also find the remote worker payment receipts. As I said, remote workers have to control their taxes and their social security. That's why we like to provide this option. And we send these payment receipts every month to the remote workers so they can do the things that they have to do on their end. And of course, we will always make sure to make payments on time, meaning every 15th and 30th, as long as we have collected money from your end. What is it that we need from you? The first thing will be to have a point of contact cleared that can answer questions from me or that can also let me know any payment novelties. Of course, this person will be the one who will let me know the start date of your remote worker, the name of your remote worker, the monthly payment that you have agreed on. This is what I will need in order to make sure that I can onboard your contractor. Of course, let me know any commissions if they are applicable or any payment novelty. Um, for this, we will have a deadline. As you mentioned, we pay on the 15th and the 30th, which means that for the first payment cycle, which is the one paid on the 15th, you will have until the 13th to let me know any payment novelties. And for the one paid on the 30th, which is the second payment cycle, you will have until the 28th. You can use your own agreement if you decide to hire your remote workers, or we also provide a template for clients that maybe have never used or have never worked with a remote worker in the past. If that's the case and you decide to go with this option, please make sure you share with me your company legal name, company headquarter address, as well as the information of the candidates, right? Like name, a start date, and monthly payment that you have agreed with. Now we're going to talk about which ones are the payment cycles that we handle. So from the 30th to the 14th, or the last day of the month, for example, if it's 31st days, it will be from the 31st to the 14th, paid on the 15th, and then from the 15th to the 29th, or the day prior, the last day. So if the month has 31st days, he will be at 30th, and this will be paid either on the 30th or the 31st. We also have a calendar for commissions, but there are companies that they like to pay commissions included with their 15th payment or the payment on the 30th. But the calendar that we like to use for commissions is that we pay months expire on the second Friday of each month, meaning that everything they made in May gets paid on the second Friday of June. The reason why we like to do it this way is because usually provides an extra boost to the remote worker whenever they see that they are getting the money a couple of, like their commissions a couple of days ahead than the actual 15. But again, as I mentioned, this is something you can control. There are clients that we have that they like to pay commissions along with the payment on the 15th, or commissions along with the payment on the 30th. This is totally your call. Just make sure that if you're gonna do it different than the Friday, you will need to stick to the deadlines. The which ones that are the 13 and the 28 for you to let me know any commissions on this, right? If you would like to go with the second Friday, the deadline for you to let me know any commissions will be on the Wednesday prior to the second Friday of each month, right? So that give us enough time for us to send you the money and collect the money and send it to the contractor. Now I'm going to explain you what is it that we need from the remote worker, but this is not something that you as a company need to worry about. It's just information about what are we requiring from them in order to get them paid. So we offer two options. One of the options, which is not the most common one, but we have had cases in the past like this, where we have contractors that they have a US bank account. If that's the case, we will simply be asking basic banking data like email address, account holder's name, account number, bank name, wire routing number, this type of stuff. And the other option, which is the most common one, is that we use our partner on top to distribute any global payments with no extra charges, right? So this allows us to pay internationally to every contractor. And this also allows the contractor to control their money. If we use this payment method, we will simply ask for the contractor for their ID, passport, and bank account proof if needed. You will have two point of contacts for our marketplace payments. One will be me, Carolyn Blue. I'll be the person helping you to set up. Let's say that you want to use our contract. I'll be the person collecting the information for the contract, sending the contract, make sure that we collect the signatures. And Arturo Mejia will be the person making sure of sending you the quotes. If you have maybe any trouble when making the payment, you can also let him know. If you have any questions or something like that, please make sure to let me know so we can set up time to clarify any question you may have about the process. And lastly, I want to thank you for your time today. Thanks for listening to this video and watching this video. And again, don't hesitate if you have any questions, just make sure you ask me so we can set up time to clear them out. Goodbye.